Aquarius, my babies, I am here with your December love reading for 2023. So many of you know that I offer cannabis readings. And to do these readings, I work with the goddess Shisat. Goddess Shisat is from ancient Kemet. She is said to be either the wife or the daughter or the sister, depending upon who you ask, of Lord Tahuti. So I thought it would be interesting to ask her, what do Aquarius need to do in their love life during this month? Maybe to help, maybe, I don't know, to get it back on track. Because we've been having some problems. Not everybody, but some of us have been having some problems. So I asked Goddess to tell us, in a spiritual sense, what can we do about our love life? What can we do about our relationships? And I got some very interesting answers. So let's get started. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to an Aquarius who needs to hear this specific information. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you want to get a personal private reading done, please email me or hit me up on social media, and I'll be glad to hook you up. My information is going to be also underneath this video, along with my Patreon and a bunch of other information you may want to know about me. All right, let's get started. So this first one here, this one is going to be our single Aquarius. Single Aquarius get candy. My Aquarius who are in a relationship get the blue Aquarius. This is actually called an Aquarius quartz. Somebody made it up. But it was pretty though. And then for my polyamorous Aquarius, you guys are going to get a mermaid crystal. Okay? All right, let's start with our first set. So, single Aquarius, you got the Temperance card. Now, single Aquarius, your Temperance card is reversed. So I'm going to read it in the reverse, but I'm going to turn it right side up so you can see this awesome artwork. I love this artwork. So what does it mean to get the Temperance card reversed for your love life? Well, this is saying on a spiritual level that many of us that are single Aquarius should really be doing some deep healing work. This is how come we have a blockage in our relationship, because something has gone unhealed, unforgiven. This card is telling us to work with our spiritual practices, work with healing methods, whatever this may be, whatever is comfortable for you, because we all have different spiritual systems. We're all different people. So whatever you're into, for example, I believe in doing self-love rituals. Something very simple. Somebody else might do a self-love meditation. Whatever the case is, somebody might go to their therapist and talk about their feelings and their emotions. So this card is all about doing some deep healing. And it's saying many of us who are single, this is what the issue is. Now, some of us are already on this healing journey, because I talked to you guys in the comment section. So some of you are already doing this. So we're all going to be in different places with this. Some of us will have already started. Some of us will not have started. Some of us may be doing a little something, maybe consistently. Some of us are doing great, you know. So we're all going to be in different places with this healing process. But this is about healing. It's about compassion, self-compassion, forgiveness, working with the angels. So those of us who are single should be doing something along these lines, because this is the only way we're ever going to vibrate in the right way to attract the right person. All right. Now let's take a look and see what other spiritual recommendations they gave our single Aquarius. Well, this one here tells you to start a gratitude practice. Super Lemon Haze. This is a strand that is particularly known throughout the community, a very popular strand. And what it says here is that you should create a gratitude practice, a gratitude journal, maybe. It could be a gratitude exercise, or you could be doing some type of gratitude affirmations. But it's saying those single Aquarius that many of us need to start some type of gratitude practice. And this is very simple. Like when I said a gratitude journal, you could very simply just write 3 things in your journal every morning that you're grateful for. And this could revolve around your love life specifically. Like, I'm grateful that I've known some really fantastic women in my life. I am grateful for the lessons that my lovers have taught me. I am grateful that I was able to get away from certain people before they destroyed my life. I mean, so whatever you're grateful for, and this will actually help you with your love life, or just things you're grateful for in general. Any form of gratitude is going to change your vibration. And remember, the name of the game here is to heal your vibration. It said to, let me see something. Here we go. This one right here said, you must, single Aquarius, you need to have this kind of attitude that it's already done. And what do I mean by that? Well, they always tell us in spirituality not to come at anything we want to do from a place of scarcity or a place of longing, but to come at it from a place that it is already done. Let it be so, and so it is. This is already done. This is already what I have. So if you're doing an affirmation, let's say for a soulmate, you end it off with, it is done. Let it be so, and so it is. It is done. So you're having this attitude, not that you're longing or hoping or wishing, but you have this mindset, and the affirmations that you do, you end them with the attitude that whatever this manifestation is, this partner, this soulmate, whatever you're trying to manifest into your love life, that it is already done. And you will see that come up a lot in spirituality. They always tell you to treat your manifestations, your spells, your prayers, whatever it is, like it is already yours, like it already belongs to you. Visualize it in that way. Also, Aquarius, this is an interesting one. On a spiritual level, many of us need to take accountability. Some of us are not taking accountability for our own actions, the situations that we put ourselves into. For example, if you were seeing a married woman or a married man, that's a situation you put yourself into. So whatever hurt you have from it, you still have to heal, but you have to take accountability for the times when you've done things that were not in your own best interest. Okay? So you have to take accountability for the situations that you put yourself in. You have to take accountability for your own healing and for your own growth and for your own manifestations. So this card here is telling you to take accountability for all your stuff. And lastly, my single Aquarius, you got this card. This card is cool. Look at that. It is the Northern Lights, the Indigo Strand, the Chariot. You are at the point of arrival. Your willpower and focus have paid off. So this is telling you that if you do the things that we're talking about right now, the healing work, so forth and so on, that you'll get to your destination. The Chariot is a really good card in tarot. And for this particular one, remember it's an indica, so it's a time of rest. So at some point you will have gotten to your goal, you will have gotten to your manifestations, everything will have paid off, and you will get to rest and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay? So that's a real positive energy, but it's not going to happen on its own. This is a card of action. So if you really want this to happen, you're going to have to take these spiritual actions for it to occur. All right, so that's what they recommend for single Aquarius for the month of December. All right, now let's see, what do we do with our candy? Here's our candy, and now we're going to go to our couples. Couples. So Aquarius, if you're in a monogamous relationship, you got the 4 of Pentacles reversed. I'm going to turn it right side up just so you guys can see, but I'm going to interpret it in the reverse. When your 4 of Pentacles is reversed, couples, this is saying that one or both of you is being stubborn. And the reversal indicates letting go, surrender. This is a card of surrendering. So it's not to say just let your mate do whatever they want and just run all over you, but it's to say, look at what boundaries you're setting or not setting. Look at what you're holding on to or not holding on to. Look at those things. And the surrender aspect is surrendering to your higher power. You should be praying on this situation and surrendering it. Like, I surrender this to you, God. I surrender this to you, God. It's surrender. because this situation has become more of a power struggle for many of us. So some of you that are in relationships, this is going to be really important. So consider in what ways you're power struggling with your mate. Consider in what ways you can surrender to God, Goddess, or whatever, your Buddha, your higher power, ancestors, whatever that may be. Or maybe you're not a spiritual person and you want to just surrender the outcome, surrender it to the universe. Couples, many of you are going to end up surrendering to the point that you give up. What I see here in the other cards that you're getting ready to see is that some of you are going to give up in December, or realize that your relationship is not working the way that it is. So some of you are going to give up on it, and some of you are going to choose to do some serious work on it. Either way, this says to us that you need the support of your hood love community. You need the support of your community. You need the support of, especially if you're going to break up or work on a relationship. Either way, you need people to be praying for you. You need positive support to make this either happen or to walk away, because some of us will be going through a breakup, and we all know how breakups are, the difficulty of it, trying to get over it, trying to move forward. So either way, if you're working on a relationship to maintain it or to fix it or to heal it, or if you're walking away, you're going to need the support of your community. So if you don't have a support system already, I strongly suggest you put one in place and go to your support system. Allow people to be your spiritual and emotional support. Of course, you're not going to tell everybody your business or talk to people who don't care about you, but there's got to be people that you have in your community, at least one person that you can talk to. And if you don't have a person, you may need to get a professional. Maybe you need to get a therapist or something along those lines. But you're going to need some form of support, some form of community. You're going to also need to trust your intuition. It's a gift. So remember, I said some of you are going to be choosing to leave and some of you are going to be choosing to go during December. Well, this is saying that if either way, you got to trust your intuition. Your intuition is going to tell you if you can do this, if you should do this now. Do you need to just separate? Do you need more time? Whatever is going on, your intuition is going to tell you. You need to follow it and trust it. Because for some of you, it is going to be moving on. And for some of you, it's going to be gritting your teeth and doing the work. This is a card of disappointment. This is what makes some of you give up. Some of you, according to the King Louis card, are going to just be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed in your partner, maybe disappointed in how you've shown up. And this disappointment could lead to you giving up, or this disappointment could lead to you telling your partner, look, we got to do something or I'm going to give up. So when you see the King Louis card, and this is a pretty card too, but unfortunately it doesn't have the best meaning. It always has disappointment and sorrow. Now here is you got the hybrid, the White Widow. Embrace your authority and leadership qualities. Structure and discipline will serve you well. Be confident and go ahead. So some of you have gotten the okay that, yeah, it is okay to leave. Or it is okay to work on it. It is okay. Whatever your go ahead, whatever your intuition is telling you, they're telling you to follow that and go for it. Some of you are going to need to set some boundaries too. The Emperor is about boundaries and rebuilding your empire. So some of you this month may feel like you're at the bottom of the barrel. Some of you are going to be very depressed or anxious or frustrated or angry with this, whether you're working on it or not. So this card is saying that in the end, you're going to be happy with what you built, if you've done the spiritual work to do so, the physical work, the emotional work. If you've done the work, you're going to be happy. If you set the boundaries, you're going to be happy. If you haven't, then that's when you're going to run into problems. So couples, and this is the holidays for many of us. So a lot of people have trouble around the holidays. So this is pretty normal. But it doesn't have to be a catastrophe depending on how my couples handle it. Now, my poly Aquarius. Let's put this here. Poly Aquarius, you got the World card reversed. We're going to scooch this over a bit so I can show it to you. It came up reversed, but I'm going to show you the artwork in the upright just so you can see it. But I'm going to definitely tell you what it means in reverse. So if you're a polyamorous Aquarius and you get the World card reversed, this means that for you and the people that are involved in your love life, you need to be doing some spiritual work in the form of togetherness. So they're talking about praying together, doing yoga together, meditating together. This is the togetherness I'm talking about. Going to prayer circles, whatever you're into, the people that are involved in your group, if it's a throuple or if it's, whatever kind of polyamory, whatever you have going on, it doesn't matter. All the people in the group need to get on the same page about being spiritual together. It might just mean everybody prays for the group. Something as simple as that could be great. Maybe you guys do spells and rituals. Maybe you do positive spells to bring love and prosperity to the group. Stuff like that. So if you're in a poly situation, you and the people that you're comfortable with, or you and the people that you're in relationship with, that's what I should call it. You all should be on the same page. Even if you're not the same spiritual system, y'all can still meditate together. Every spiritual system can do meditation. Y'all can still do yoga together. Y'all can still, have discussions about spirit and spirituality. You can do it from different angles. I could be doing a spiritual self-love ritual for us. You could be going to a prayer circle for us. And then another person could be, doing meditations for the group. I mean, everybody doesn't have to do exactly the same thing or be in the exact same system. But what this is recommending is to put some spirituality on these relationships, because they can be really difficult. All relationships can be difficult, but when you have extra people, you have extra problems. All right. Oh, excuse me. They also said for you guys to be patient. You got to give this time to grow. Patience is a very intense spiritual lesson. When I was first locking my hair, the Rastafarians were telling me that one of the principles I would learn is patience. So those of you who are in a poly situation, please be patient with your partners. Be patient with yourself, and be patient with each other, because can work out beautifully, especially if you're taking this advice. But it's going to take time. It's going to take time for people to allow themselves to get to this place. Okay. The next card we have to look at here is change. This card is kind of self-explanatory. This card is saying that all of the members that are involved have to be open to change. And I'm going to tell you something. Change is not an easy thing, because human beings really don't like it that much. Not all of us. I don't like it, period. I do not like change, but sometimes it is very necessary. So this card is saying that, especially when you have more than two people, when you have two people, that's difficult enough. But then when you're adding, 3, 4, 5 people to this group, then that makes it even more difficult. So this card is saying, be open, be flexible. Don't be so rigid. You're working things out. You're more than one person. You're all growing at the same time, or not growing at the same pace. Everything is happening, but you don't have to rush each other. And you have to be gentle with yourself and be gentle with each other. Don't be afraid of change. Work together to make positive changes. So I really like that vibration, because this is a vibration of cooperation. And that's going to make this whole situation easier. It's going to make your love life a lot more smooth. If not, it's going to be a lot more problems, because the next card you got is adversity. Banana pudding stands for adversity. It says here that challenges and fighting is on the horizon, and attacks. So they're recommending against this. Remember, we talked about using spirituality, using patience. So instead of fighting, instead of arguing, when things come up, because it's inevitable that there's going to be adversity potentially in the month of December, when things come up, this is when you talk. This is when you do a meditation together. This is when you pray together. This is when you say, hey, right now we're having some adversity. What can we do on a spiritual level to bring positive energy to these relationships? Okay? So that's the message behind banana pudding. And lastly, let's take a look at this one. This, oh, let me pull it up closer to the camera. What do we have here? Candyland is a sativa. The difference between indica and sativa is that sativa is for people who want to stay awake, and indica is for people who don't mind going to sleep. And hybrid is a combination of both. So my poly Aquarius should stay awake. You gotta stay awake to do these meditations and have these conversations. And here's your message for December 2023. Justice. Compassion is power. You overcome challenges with grace and calmness. Remember I told y'all not to fight and argue? And when adversity comes up to do something different? Exactly. When adversity comes up, be compassionate towards each other. Show the love. Work together with grace and calmness to overcome your challenges. And this could be a great month, you know? Compassion is such a strong word. Have compassion for each other. Self-compassion is important too, but have compassion. Okay? So, Aquarius, here are the spiritual ways that we can all have a better December 2023. Let me know what you think and come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.